Hello, beautifuls. Big hugs, big hugs, big hugs. As usual, it's always so beautiful to be here in your presence. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. If you are here, let me know in the chat. And yeah, I'm excited. Today is the final day of August. We tune into the energy of September 2024. We're checking into a lot more guidance and messages overall. I feel like these readings become more about the guidance and what is going to really assist us in returning to a heart-led path of life here as human beings. So I'm excited to bring through the overall messages and updates and to see what comes through. And I want to encourage all of us that are here live to really share what comes through for you as well. If something resonates, if there is something that you're sensing and that you want to share, really do utilize the chat and the comments down below. I want to remind us that this is a collective reading, so you're going to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but recognizing that this is a portal to bring through these source messages. So if you have an inkling, if your intuition's calling you to say something, please do. Can everyone hear me okay? I want to make sure that my mic is working. So give me a thumbs up if my mic is working because it's not really telling me that it is. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Very interesting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Audio as well. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yay. All right, so we are going to start with a drop in. We're going to get into the reading and then we'll have some time for some personal readings. I'm going to be pulling from an oracle deck, and if any light language comes through, it comes through. So make sure to stick around towards the end. If you would like to be held in a space of integration, we have our members and monthly soul circle happening right after this. This time we are focusing on the yin and yang energy. So we're going to be focusing on creating a lot more balance and acceptance and overall vitality in our body. So this is going to be a journaling exercise, meditation, a bit of yoga and breath work, and some reflection. So if you are interested in being a part of that, if you're a member, you know where to look for the link and everything like that. Love to see y'all there. If you're a first timer and you haven't done one of these before, I have a code that you can use to join for free. So I'm going to pin it so that whoever wants to join right after this for a bit of a class, a more intimate space, we do it via Zoom, then you can join us. All righties. Let's see if there's any other updates. For the Light Resonance Portal, for those of you that know, hi everyone, seeing y'all in the chat. For those of you that know about the Light Resonance Portal, this is a portal of expansion, healing, support for those seeking to work with light language and their natural gifts, and also working through the chakras. So right now it is open and we are moving through the chakras. So if there is a specific chakra that you want to be working with or something that resonates with you over these next 4 months, which it will be expanding out into, then definitely the link is down below. Information is all on that link. Every week or two, we have the next module available to join. So right now we're on the root, and then next week we're going to be tuning into, or the week after next, we're going to be tuning into the sacral chakra, and we'll have all the information about what those focuses are in relation to light language. This is really a space to not only expand and open up your light language and activate it within yourself, but also this process of inner healing in a supportive space. So if you are interested in being a part of that at all for the rest of the year, then make sure to stay updated on that link. And yeah, just contact Esther and I. But let's see what else is going on. I think that's about it. So let's get into it. Hi, Raymond. Hi, Dylan. Hello, hello. Hi, Peter. Humble servant of God, I see you. I'm glad that you were ready. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to start by Taking a few deep breaths to center in to our being, our heart. If it feels good to place both hands over your heart or one over the heart or one over the belly, feel free. Allowing ourselves this moment to receive from the heart. To discern with our intuition and to act upon it in our own divine timing and rhythm and pace. Just feeling the weight of your hands, if you have your hands on your chest or belly, and allowing the belly and the chest to move as you breathe for another moment. Perhaps on your exhale, feeling any tension just melt all the way down your torso and out your tailbone, allowing your pelvis and your hips to expand, to sit heavier on the surface that you are on. You can even take that breath all the way through the legs and out the feet. Fully grounding into your body, this moment, this space. Take one more breath, the biggest breath that you've taken today. Fill yourself up and let it go. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here today. I appreciate every single one of you, whether you pop in the chat or not. Like, I see you. Thank you. Thank you for being. Alrighties. A little sip of tea and let's begin. Okay. So for September 2024, this month collectively, we are moving into a new moon. And this is really beautiful because it is very synchronistic with the energies that we're coming through. And I use this app on my phone. It's called the Sky Guide app. There's a few other ones too. But overall, that's where I found and saw the new moon's going to be in Cancer, this very watery energy. So tuning into the overall messages, I was seeing that we're meeting with the shadow. We're meeting with the shadow. We're meeting with the fear. We're meeting the parts of us that we may be resisting, the messages, the intuitive hits, if you will, these gut feelings. We're meeting with all of that in this month. This is an opportunity to meet with it, right? Perhaps it's already shown itself to you, specific beliefs or stories that you're holding, decisions that you're not fully willing or ready or even have the clarity to make. There could be specific fears arising over the past few months, over the year, or perhaps this is something that you are going to shift in your perspective and how you are seeing these parts of you, these energies, these emotions. Perhaps there are larger emotions that feel a bit overwhelming. Perhaps there is grief. Perhaps there is confusion arising within you that you are just seeking to keep down long enough so that you can go do the thing that you really want to do. So we're seeing that there is a meeting point here as we continue this inward journey, as we choose to continue this inward journey. We can choose to focus on the outside, but there will not be the sense of balance if we are only focusing on one specific thing, if we are only putting our energy outward. We need to also recognize that there is an opposite here to really go inward with that energy as well, with that focus overall. So while I feel this journey that we are on as humanity really is a coming home, a returning to this home within our hearts, returning to this sense of acceptance of the duality, of the polarity, of, our relationship to the light and the dark, or the negative and the positive, and starting to see that these are two energies that work hand in hand. So as we begin to meet this collective fear, this collective thoughts or beliefs or personal fears or thoughts or beliefs or traumas or whatever it is that may be flowing through you, whether you are aware of its roots or not, we are really being called to create a sense of peace, create a sense of curiosity around these areas so that we are not shaming ourselves into love, so that we are not shaming ourselves into feeling good, so that we are not, ignoring or shutting down a part of an energy system, that is here to provide almost this yin yang, this balance of the polarities here. So if we can change our relationship with these things, we actually create a lot more peace within ourselves. So with that being said, the word that kept repeating in my head was embody, embody, embody. Embody, 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 embody. Um, this is where we're at. We're in the integration, we're in the embodiment. We have the tools. All right, now it's time for you to choose the embodiment of what it is that you are seeking to bring into this world with your beautiful, unique makeup, your genes, right? Your ancestry, your codes, your soul's blueprint. It's really time for us to bring our gifts into reality, to stop continuing to just flutter by, in certain areas, like really bring this innate gift that you have of living, of being your present self, embrace it fully, and this is where that embodiment begins to happen. And remembering that it takes that constant choice if this is something that doesn't feel natural, but this is something that you are really feeling called to. So those of you that maybe have received this message before or have that, you know, that little thought in there to be like, "Hey, it's time for you to like really show up. It's time for you to really be you at this time." To allow yourself to be you around those, that you don't even feel would truly and completely receive your gifts. You're cutting yourself short by not being you in all of these situations. And it gets to be fun. It gets to be a playful thing, right? To go through this life experiencing different connections and experiencing and witnessing different types of people and where they're at. And this is not necessarily to put yourself on a pedestal. This is not to put anyone into a level of awakening or ascension or spirituality or dimension. This is not what's happening. What's happening here is that you are creating a sense of embodiment of what you choose to anchor in to your line, your family line, into humanity, into the earth at this time. And a person not being on the same resonant frequency should not stop you from doing that. But this does not mean that you need to force them into any specific frequency or resonance or message or whatever it is, right? You get to still hold that, even if it is not received. And this is where the shadow really comes in. This is where those protective mechanisms, the survival mechanisms really come in. We start to see that part of us saying, like, okay, well, if they don't receive me, then how am I supposed to belong or feel love or, like, it creates like this social anxiety for some of us. So this could start to mean something. This creates a story. It creates a belief system that is running through us that may have been held and created when we were a child or perhaps in, our ancestry. So as those come up, we get to meet it with love. We don't get to shame it. We don't get to tell it that it's wrong or anything like that. When we do not get to ignore it. So this month is the space of not ignoring, but transforming. Do not ignore, transform. transform. And this is not forcing. Transformation is not force. This is a natural process. Let yourself watch something grow, watch something shift and change form. You know, this is a natural process. You do not need to force your pain into any sort of power. This is a choice that you get to make. The meaning that you are putting on this situation, this memory, this moment, the suffering, the pain, the fear, the thoughts, the resistance, the change. What meaning are you giving it? How attached are you to these things? Where are you seeding your identity in something that does not have security, right? That will leave you on a rocky surface. So recognize these things as we begin to meet this collective fear, as we can begin to shift our relationship with it and stop running from it. We've been running from it far too long. Our body and our system naturally has a way to handle it. However, some of us may be in this state of hypervigilance, right? Of hypoarousal, or hyperarousal, which is when the nervous system is fully overwhelmed. We may come to this state of burnout. We may be so overwhelmed. We can feel a sense of depression. We get to a point where it's too much and we have to either shut down or we need to go do something about it. And we get irritable and all of these things, right? So there is that overarching state that I feel like a lot of us may be experiencing in the form of anxiety, in the form of overwhelm, in the form of tiredness, even if this isn't something that you feel has been, arising naturally within your life or your story, but recognizing that this is calling for you to return to a healing and a coming to peace with this mother energy that you can hold for yourself, this mother energy that you can hold for your inner child, this mother energy that you can recognize within the earth and within every being here that holds this type of energy. And this energy really is open to receive love unconditionally and to provide for others. So this may be a specific shadow that could be coming up. This was a very specific thing that I wrote down here, but it was really saying like coming to peace with the mother energy. So recognizing that within yourself, it could be the feminine energy, however you relate it to yourself, to your life, to the patterns and the stories, to your relationships. But this is also going to be very specific in this overall ability to receive love. Recognizing if you are actually open to receive it or if you're looking for ways to confirm that you are safe, that you are loved, that you can belong as a human being in this society. So recognize where you may not be open to receiving love unconditionally, which means that we may not be seeing the love that is in each being if we are not open to receive it in others, right? We're not able to fully recognize that when we are not open to receive. We're not seeing others for who they are if we are not fully open to receive. And this is once again a bit more specific. I do feel there may be instances where we feel like, we may not be open to receive, but we're open to give a lot more. We're open to provide a lot more. And this, once again, is a return to that balance of energy, that yin yang energy, to where we can hold, we can receive, and we can give from a place of love and with a sense of balance and stability within ourselves, with a proper foundation overall. And so for those of us that may be, seeing a lot coming up within that, this is a big month to rest and replenish. So listen to that if you are feeling that call. I wrote this in like literally all caps. Rest and replenish. Take intentional time to plan out this nourishment if you need to. It's not a bad thing if you need to plan out certain days to be like, this is when I rest. It's not spiritual or not intuitive or not a form of slow living or presence or whatever. No, like if you need to do that for yourself, do that for yourself. Do it for yourself, okay? Plan for this nourishment to rest and replenish your energy. All right? We need you out here. Take care of yourself. And with this opportunity to rest and replenish, to start to meet the parts of us that may be arising, any resistances that may be coming up, we really get to root out any lingering energy or any stuck energy, any stagnant energy, really allowing this flow to happen again. If you felt disconnected to water at all, if you've been feeling really called to water, allow the water to remind you and teach you how to just allow even the most uncomfortable, um, the parts of you or emotions that you're holding that you don't deem as worthy. Like, let the water teach you how to allow the flow of what's happening here and to recognize that you will return to your ocean and your heart in this process. And the fire can be really helpful here as well, especially if you're finding that a lot of its beliefs is not simply just emotions and physical experiences, but gazing at the fire, gazing at a candle flame. These are all reminders. Remember that. This will really help in beginning to cleanse and purify the mental body, cleanse and purify the third eye as well, cleanse and purify your ability to perceive so many things. So give yourself that space to like really work with your energy. Each one of us, we are all channels. Okay, we are all energy workers. That is what we are. This is what we're working with every single day. So recognize your ability to tune into yourself and know what it is that you need, know what it is that you get to move through, know what it is that you get to offer yourself and where you're at. This is the integration. This is the integration, is that remembrance and the consistency in the action. All right. The consistent choices that you are making to move toward a reality that feels authentic to you. Okay. A perceived reality, an experience of way of being. All right. Your core values. And then I'm going to show you all these cards though. We have this card, Focus, Soulcraft, Nourish. Okay. And what I really see this coming up and sharing with us is focusing on your creatorship, focusing on what it is that you are creating. We shall not forget that what we consume becomes the energy that we hold. This is what we are taking in. The thoughts that we are feeding can anchor into deeper beliefs, which we start to perceive and see within our body and experience within our body. The emotions that we suppress can start to store within the organs in the body, and the body will show itself like, hey, attention, attention. Please help me out here. So focus on your creatorship here, recognizing that you are a creator with all that it is that you surround yourself with as well, your environment, what you're choosing to feed into. This does not mean like, oh, I'm not in a good environment, I don't feel safe. Like, this is an inward journey. Start with you, move out from there. What are you creating? What are you creating? This is an internal experience. All right. Nourish yourself and integrate. Integrate what it is that you are choosing. And there is no time limit that you need to put on this. There is no like proper regimen that you need to actually integrate to a point of embodiment where it feels natural. Okay, just allow yourself to be present and move through your own process and allow that to be perfect as it is, because it is. It absolutely is. The element that we are really working with this month as well collectively is the earth element. These foundations, these foundations, these foundations, really calling us to rewild ourselves, to really get our feet on the ground and in the earth, to not only heal that relationship, but let yourself have that support. Okay. Let yourself have that support of the elements. Let yourself really come into the body. All right. Body's strong and in alignment with the mind. If we're feeling a lot going on up here, we feel calm in the body. So start here, this bottom up regulation. If you can work on your breath, if you can, do a physical activity or offer yourself a yoga nidra, some deep rest, a meditation, or something that can really get the body into a state of calm, this will let the mind know, like, hey, we don't need to be shooting out all of these thoughts and beliefs that, are not causing a calm body, that are not creating a calm environment for us, an inner environment. So recognize, be aware of that, be aware of that, be aware of that. Lots of threes, lots of threes. So I will show you these final three before we close off, and we just pop in the chat. Once again, would love to hear your reflections, or if you have any questions or want any clarification on anything, let me know. But this was the first card that I pulled. Look at how beautiful that is. The lunar eclipse, this darkness. Instantly, I was like, well, what phase of the moon are we tuning into? The new moon. This is really illuminating the shadows, illuminating those parts of us that we've been resisting, that we've been pushing down, that we've been hiding, that we do not want to fully allow in, to fully give love to. Recognize that. This beautiful card of the mother. Really tune into the symbolism here. Look on this side. What side is this? Breathing life. This constant connection. The blooms. I really see that as the humanity and the earth really blooming in this reconnection and healing and coming to peace with the mother energy. And finally, waning crescent moon. Look at this. Look at the spirals and the mushrooms and the water dripping down, and this beautiful bird and deep remembrance with this woman. So beautiful. So this is the overall energy. More so a lot of guidance, a lot of kind of letting us know, like, okay, how do we move through the energies that we may already be experiencing or we may meet, or recognizing, collectively what may be flowing through. All right. So this is a beautiful divine opportunity, as it always is every single month, to really drop into those core values and trust it and remember it. All right. Remember it, and meet with love, meet with understanding. This does not mean that, you pardon those parts of you or the parts of others, for things that have happened. You don't need to fully and completely forgive. Take your time with that. You do not need to say that, oh, it was okay now because I have detached and I feel a sense of love and peace with it. It doesn't have to be that, especially if we're still feeling and processing through emotions that are arising, no matter how long it's been, no matter if it's been something that occurred in your childhood and you're still feeling the anger, you're still feeling the panic, you're still feeling the anxiety, the confusion, the sadness, whatever it may be. This does not mean that it's never going to be resolved. Allow yourself to flow through those things like water. Recognize them, welcome those parts of yourself in. Welcome them to flow through. I think of like a willow tree in the way that poof, it hangs back down, almost like dripping down back into the earth. So allow yourself to be just like that, just like this big, beautiful trunk with this wonderful foundation, just allowing what is left over, what is not serving you, what is not needed at this time, to drip down to become nourishment once again, to transform and become new life. All right. And this is bringing that sense of peace within ourselves, within whatever is coming up for each one of you at this time. I'm excited to flow through all of this. So, hello, 7 7. Okay, we have 7 people, 7 likes. Thank you all once again. Today is my grandmother's birthday, and she turned 77. She is asleep in a sort of deep sleep, like a sort of coma. So it's wonderful to see the 77 and just say happy birthday to her and lots of love to her and her journey right now. But hello. Yeah. All right. So let's chat. And then I'm going to have y'all put a number in the chat for live readings. But yeah, I want to check in. How are we doing? How are we feeling? What resonated? If you're watching this after the live, comment down below what resonates for you. What are you calling in? How is it that you are choosing to meet with these parts of yourself, the resistance? What is the space that you are going to create for yourself to continue in this authenticity, in this love-led path? This is what I'm all about. I'm like, how are we going to treat one child, the one that feels joy and excitement one way, and then treat the other one that's like, having temper tantrums a different way? Like, no, we're going to treat them both with love, but we're going to meet with them and have separate conversations as well. So recognize that in the different parts of you kind of coming up and whatever you may be working through. Do it with love. Do it with love. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Missing my grandma. Hi, Kathleen and Michael. Hello. Thank you, Peter. Peter said, I normally hold onto much that male fire energy. Yeah. You help me a lot to get in balance just by being authentic. Yay. Wonderful. So happy to hear. Yes. In the dreams last night. Hello. Feeling a lot of love lately. That's amazing. I'll put a little love in the chat. The love. Dylan said, realizing the multifaceted nature of life while still finding your own sense of individuality is the great dance of life. Thanks for being an amazing guide along the way. Much love to everyone here. Yes. It's such a dance. It's such a dance. And we get to remember that it is a dance, right? This is a dance, especially as we're moving through like the yin and the yang, recognizing one does not exist without the other in that principle. So for us to put the negative down, it's like, what are we doing? What are we anchoring in here? Is that love? Is that love to say something is wrong like that? No, not at all. We come to compassion and understanding, and then we choose. We get to choose. Power. Hi, Milbo Baggins. I love that. All right. So for those of you that would like to drop into a bit of a yin yang practice after this, we're going to be doing some journaling, some meditation, and a bit of breath work and movement. It's going to be about like 40 minutes to an hour long, but it's our soul circle. I have it pinned on the chat. I think it's over here on the screen. And it's also in the description box below. And if this is your first time, you get to join for free. This is on Zoom. If you are a member, if you join the channel, then you get to have access to this, the replay, a bunch of workshops that I have posted on there, as well as the past soul circles that you can still work with. They are like little ceremonies and spaces of practice and connection. So I would love to see some of y'all there if you have the time. It starts right after this. Is everyone ready for some readings? Are we ready? Let me grab some water. I've been hydrated. I don't know about y'all, but I've been feeling hydrated. And maybe this is because I haven't felt hydrated for a few weeks now. I'm feeling good. And I hope y'all just let this be a reminder to stay hydrated. All right. So as we all say yes to the readings, I'm just going to look in the chat and also um 999 in the chat if you would like a personal reading. I'm going to be pulling one card for each of you that go about that. Thias, aloha, big hugs. Oh my goodness. Sis, missing you. So good to see you here. Raymond. Okay, so Raymond said, I have such a deep longing for that pure heart soul connection. It seems that everything that is holding me back comes stronger on my path, or my soul says. Look at your fears, don't be afraid. We start to feel things and it can feel overwhelming. And this is that really fine line with this work that I feel is beginning to be more talked about now. But as we do this inner work, especially like early on in like early like YouTube, spirituality, all of those things coming up, we didn't necessarily have that sense of recognizing when the body is in a survival mode or in feeling a lack of safety. So when something does feel overwhelming and too much, we should not be pushing our bodies at that point to try and go into. Oh, hi. Hi to your daughter, Thais. We should not be going into those deep depths. And I think this is what that whole conversation was kind of about when that was coming up, being like, you should not be like digging up all of your roots, like where you got to root some new roots, you can't dig them all up at once. That's going to be exhausting. So, and like where's your foundation then? And then we can kind of like get in this place of, whoa, there's too much going on and we're a bit disconnected from reality and feeling lost within ourselves. So when things come back really strong, create that space so that you feel okay, like I'm in a space, my body feels like not overwhelmed by this, but I can recognize that like I am strong and I am capable of meeting these parts of me from a space of love, offering them a big bear hug when they're ready, and or just an energetic hug, and really having that conversation. So I just kind of wanted to mention that like fine line of being like when something is too much and then you're going to overload the body, or when it is simply just fear of not being able to handle it or not wanting to go down a certain path or road because something feels like too much. So thank you so much, Raymond, for expressing that and for bringing that to our awareness to, like you don't need to be afraid. Like this is something that is obviously resonant to you if you're experiencing it and perceiving it right now. So yes, you can handle it, but also make sure that your body is in a state to where you're not going to feel uprooted in that process. All right. This is why like self-love and self-care and grounding is so important in the beginning stages of moving through shadow work. And I'm excited, y'all, because I was gonna wait and be like, oh, I should probably share this when you can actually join. But I am and have been for years planning and just bringing through a shadow integration course, a group course. So we're going to be doing that in October. So if you'd like support in that, stay tuned. Be on my email list. My email list is down below, but it'll open up in September, sometime in September. And I'm excited because this is the space where we really get to talk about these things that may be a bit uncomfortable in a really loving and playful space. And we get to kind of shift our perspective and our way of working with these parts of us. And I feel like I have a sort of belief system or perception or way of going about it that is really exciting to me, that I really want to share with you guys and whoever feels called to this space, because it really has kept me, in the energy that I am, and continues to be like every time there's something, a resistance or something that comes up, yeah, I'll have my moments of being like, But like then eventually I'll get to that point where I'm like, actually, hey, like let's get into this. Like I'm ready to see you. I'm ready to meet you. Right? And it's not a daunting thing. And I feel very supported in it. So I want to share that. I want to share that with others and assist them in that process more intimately. So if anyone feels called to that, stay tuned. Get on my love letter list. All right. Enough of the talking. I love y'all. Let's get into it. All right. So I am going to go into in the order in which I see y'all for the readings. So it may be different, to you on your screen. So just recognize I'm gonna try my best to get to each one of you before we hop off and move into our soul circle, which once again, I'd love to see you there. All right. Thais, it sounds so fruitful and nurturing. Yeah, those are great words for it. Definitely. All right, we are using this deck. Da, 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 da. And first up, I have Peter. So, what I suggest is taking a deep breath. If you have an intention, wonderful. Otherwise, we're going to bring through any messages for you in this upcoming month. All right. All right, Peter. Here is your card. Number 14, alignment. Masara kiada tu ushamayara kianati alasan. Amasiera no ua sharahila tian. Hungo. It's really coming through to see like the very tip of this sword, this light sword here, this light sword of love. Let it touch your heart. Let it purify you. Let it cleanse you. Let it remind you to come home to your alignment. This can also be a message that like you are in this space. Continue to cultivate this sense of alignment and go towards, what feels like this alignment within you, this authenticity within you. So this is your reading, Peter. Let me know how it resonates. I am Angel next. Take a breath, set an intention if you'd like. Wonderful. For I am Angel, number 8, meditation. Kiamata sando akaya piatea sanatia kaya payala ayala kaya sani 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 sani. I am Angel, so I feel like there is a connection, calling either from your ancestors or past life connections. So definitely some connections wanting to come through in meditation. The song sounded very like, I don't know, I was getting the vibes of just a returning to, or just like a reclaiming of an aspect of your soul and your connections or your ancestral remembrance. This may also be a reminder to return to this. Return to a little meditation on the daily if you'd like. So I am Angel. This is your reading. Let me know how it feels, if it resonates. I'm always curious. Alrighties, Thais, you are next. This one's for you. Okay. Wonderful. Alrighty, Thais. We have number 38. Create space. Number 8. Create. Number 8. Create. Just take in this portal, the light codes that are held within this card. Taking some deep breaths, trusting in your being and what you experience and feel. Really returning to that sense of, oh, wow, yes, I am that powerful. That is me. I am capable and competent and confident and trusting in my energetic feelings, your intuition. So this creating space may be this call to come home to that sense of you, to really like lift you up. Really lift you up. Create a sense of lightness and remembrance of the power that you hold. So create space. This may also be an opportunity to do a bit of cleansing in the space. Creating space for what gets to come in, for what gets to be anchored in. You've got it all. You've got it all. Alrighty, so that is your reading, Thais. Let me know how it feels, if it resonates. We have Dylan, my love. Cards are flying. Let's see what we have for you today. All right, Dylan, it says 32, Divine Masculine. Angararo, Angararo. Really seeing this crystallization of your divine masculine energy. And this is something you get to choose with every action that you take. You see this like, oh my goodness, it's fire, but almost like I'm really seeing like this crystal structure as well. It's very powerful flame that is held within. And it's in this heart, expanded through the lotus. So this is really calling for that connection to that part of you and recognizing that there is this energy that runs through you. And it gets to be honored, it gets to be held, it gets to be remembered, it gets to be witnessed and chosen so that it may come into this crystalline structure that feels light, that feels grounded and powerful and secure and stable and strong. This may also be an aspect to look a bit deeper into this energy and your relationship with the divine masculine within your life, in your relationships and with yourself. There you go, Dylan. Let me know how that resonates. That is sad. Thank you so much. Resonating completely. You're moving into another house. Yeah. Beautiful. Congratulations. I pray it is smooth. May that be a really lovely reminder. Alrighty, Kathleen, you are next. Let's see what comes up. 11:11. Woohoo! Divine Animals, number 22, 2, Twin Flame. Angyata Sirishurukuruku. Really seeing like relationships in this. Ngea Soturo. I'm really drawing back to the overall that opening to receive love unconditionally is really coming through as the divine animals. What they begin to share with us is the wisdom of love and connection and community. So this is that call to really drop deeper into that and to open yourself more to receive that and witness that within those that are around you, and all of your connections, whether they are, deeply rooted and corded and tied or not, but really allowing yourself to recognize the level of receiving a reciprocity that you may experience, and recognize when you may be in a place where you get to receive deeper support from community or from the divine animals or your guides, or the wisdom that these may hold for you. And yes, so there is your reading, sweet sis. So curious what comes through for you. Very curious. All right, Raymond, you are next. Insight. All right, 2 came up for you, so I got to show you. Number 13, insight, and 44, expansion. So immediately look at the similarities in these cards, really seeing like the chakras right there. And I know that you are in our root chakra module, so Asira kialania da to arahia sarakia matua arahiana kian. Angiana kian angiana poa. Nakiana kiana poa. The expansion, the insight is within the expansion, or the insight or callings that you may have. Can you expand your capacity to experience expansion within yourself? That's the message. So there you go, Raymond. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Let me know how that feels, how it resonates. Milbo Baggins, you are next. You'll be our final reading today. All right. Take a breath. All right. Number 24, wellness. Kanata na takamata ya tata noa tata ya natua tati ya natua tati ya natua natua rakemati la sia papia ma papia rakia sarahia la tiama ua sharahia tati ya rakianta. Really sensing and feeling like a focus on the body. Relieving any stress or tension at this time. Notice if you were like tightening in like your hips or your thighs. Can you melt and continue this connection to your sense of wellness and what that means, body, soul, and mind? Anchored into the heart, your heart, source, the heart of all, the heart of the earth. Anchor there. I just feel like a Alrighty, so this is your reading. Milbo Baggins. Let me know how it resonates. Alrighties. Okay, y'all. So if you are a member and you're watching this and you would like to receive a reading and you haven't, know that you can always comment on any of the community posts within the membership and I will do a reading for you. And I can also do it within the call coming up. So if y'all are ready to just drop into practice and breathe and journal and just be in your space and just create some space for yourself, join us. Pinned link right up there and it's linked below. So I'd love to see y'all there. I want to tune in and see how we're doing, how we're feeling. Thank you, Mormon Rishi. Thank you very much. Dylan said, I have so many thinking I wish to do. And this reminds me that I have the strength to get them done as long as I tune into my intentions. Exactly. And really, really bringing yourself to a point of recognizing priority within your own mind and body and system when it comes to those things. And I feel like some of us think that things will take so much time. And it's like, actually, we're just creating space for it. And the flow occurs naturally. The transformation can occur naturally. It's just time for us to choose and really listen and take that space and time. It's a choice. It's a choice, y'all, just like any practice. Definitely. I'm so happy to hear that. Kathleen says, totally resonates. I'm feeling so much love and light right now for my 5D twin, my guides, my husband, friends, and spiritual community. Oh, lit. Let's go. Right now. Amazing. Yeah. Receive it all. Thais says, infinite blessings to all. Yes. Also feeling love from your 2 dogs. Amazing. So beautiful. Nibble Baggins said, my heart has been hurt a lot this year. And it's been hard to open up to receive recently. This whole reading has resonated. Wow. Thank you. As always, beautiful. That made me feel emotional. I feel blessed to have received that. Grateful for you so much. I feel you. Yeah. So happy. Yeah. Continue. Let's see. I have so many things I wish to do. Oh, not thinking things. Thank you, Dylan, for clarifying that. Yeah, definitely. So many, and it's exciting. What a blessing it is to have all of these things to do. And yeah, I think that final note I kind of want to make, especially on, feeling a lot of heartache or heartbreak, and wanting to open up to receive. And once again, it comes back to the body's ability to, and where your nervous system is at, but also your level of attachment and identity with memories and instances and things, and your ability to be like that willow tree and really feel the uncomfortableness and let it drip to the ground and let it saturate and transform into more nutrients. So, and I love that about trees. Really, when they drop their leaves become, nutrients to the soil. They nourish the ground. So, of the roots. Yeah. Attachment to the old self. Yep. Let that stuff go. It's like, all right. And it's like, I know for me, I got to really like make peace sometimes with those parts of me. So blessings to all of you on your journey right now and what you're moving through and experiencing. So many blessings and so much love and energetic heart hugs and all of the things for this upcoming month. Happy birthday to all of our September babies. We're celebrating you, feeling it strong. We're getting this. Okay, let us be divine reminders for one another. All right, y'all. I love you. One more thing. And then we can shed our layers and make the way for the new. This can't be done without looking after our mind, body, and spirit in the process. Exactly. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom and your presence and your attention. Let's take a collective breath together if you are here. Breathing in fully, slowly, completely, and out. Write this stuff down. Let it be your reminder for this month. You can always return to this. If you haven't liked the video or subscribed, please do so. I'll see y'all in another video very soon. I'll see you live next month, and hopefully I'll see you right after this. All right. Mwah. Bye, you guys. Many blessings. See you later.